I was excited about it. I heard that Roy McCann from Game of Thrones was going to be recast as Baylan Skoll. What was it? Ray Stevenson was playing that character. Now that was one of those new characters that was surprisingly the most exciting part of that series for me. As much as I love the Ahsoka character, I had to admit that Baylan Skoll, as I guess I wouldn't call him a Sith. He didn't consider himself a Sith, right? He was something like in between. He was like a gray Sith. But he was a what?
I think his lightsaber was orange.
Yeah, his lightsaber was orange, so it was like he was Sithish, like Sith light. I don't know. I guess I don't know if that made a difference. So like you're not quite Sith, but his lightsaber being orange was so cool. But I was happy that they decided to recast. What is your opinion on recasting overall?
I don't think we can just get rid of that character. So we kind of have to. I feel like they have to do it for that. But no, it depends. It really does. Because sometimes I'm like, this is dumb, and I hate it. And then there's times where I'm like, I don't like it. I'm 50-50 on it.
It feels to me like with some movies or some TV shows, if the character or the actor is beloved, then people take this notion that no one else can ever play the character ever again. It's like we've proven that that's not true at all. I mean, we thought
100%. I totally agree with that. Like when people are like, nobody can touch nothing, nobody can do nothing ever again.
Yeah.
And my thing is always, if they do it correctly, if they stay true to the character,
right,
I'm not mad at it.
Right.
When it feels gross, when it's more of a studio issue with me, where it's not being recast, or it is, why is this happening? And if the character's still pivotal like Baylan is, I think they have to do this. And I love the Hound. I love the actor.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. And when they announced him as the recast, I feel like it was one of those situations where it's like, okay, I can't see too many people having a problem with this. As much as beloved as Ray Stevenson is and was, I feel like the Hound is just as beloved. I mean, I feel like it always depends on who they pick. And we'll get into another as we go down the line of the actors that we're about to talk about. I know it's going to get trickier and trickier, but when I heard this, just like you said, I had no problem with the pick at all. I instantly felt like this is going to be well received overall, more often than not. Did that feel like that to you?
The second I looked it up, I was like, oh, we're good. I was kind of worried for a second. Now I'm not.
I'm like, well played, Disney. Walt Disney. That's something. Yeah. It's funny how, and then I assumed that the Disney haters were ready to like skewer any name that they came up with, but when you knock it out the park with the Hound, one of the most badass guys from Game of Thrones, it's like, damn it, I'm not going to make any money this week because there's nothing I can really rage bait about on this.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Now let me ask you this: is kind of, you reminded me by bringing up Walt Disney. This, I'm gonna be honest. Are you working with Skeleton Crew?
I am. Just like I said, like last week, or I think it was a week before, I said I'm not watching it as fast as I should be. I'm not caught up yet because I'm still trying to convince my kids to watch it with me, but they won't. So I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna finish it off. They won't watch it.
But I like Acolyte way more than I like this. I thought Acolyte was way more engaging. I thought it immersed me in the world faster. I was like, I might not like every choice, but I'm digging what's going on, and I'm here for it. And I'm kind of, but I think that so suffered. It's really hyping up Skeleton Crew, and I'm like, it's not the greatest thing I've ever. I think that's better, but because you just don't want people of color, because you don't come in. This got shit on, and I don't think it's weird to Acolyte.
I feel like both Acolyte and Ahsoka are, in my opinion, are knocking out the villains, because that villain from the Acolyte was awesome. Those fight scenes were awesome. Was it?
Yes.
Was it perfect? Was it? No, of course. I mean, there were. I will acknowledge some issues and stuff, but I felt like it wasn't issues that couldn't have been corrected or addressed in a follow-up. They could have easily fixed it and follow because you had perspective. You could have, like, okay, this guy criticized a lot. This guy this didn't really work for the audience, so let's tweak it and make it better for seasons. I felt like it at least deserved a second season, just to see.
I truly believe. Yeah, I think it got thrown out because the internet.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't like that. Disney, give the power.
It's funny. It's funny how the thing that was used to bash the Acolyte. I know this isn't an Acolyte segment, but real quick, the thing that was used to bash the Acolyte was the thing that Agatha all along could not be bashed for. The exact, oh, you have lesbian witches that were singing. So did Agatha all along. It worked, and it was like, but it worked. So it's like, what was it? Is it because Kathy Hawn just is a goddess that just can't be criticized, or is it that people are? I don't know. Was it the writing that was better? I don't know. But I felt like it was weird that was the thing that they chose to harp on for Acolyte, but the exact same thing happened in Agatha all along, and it was like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right with that. No, that's not fair. And then, like I said, not to keep going about it, it's got to be through, and I'm like, it's fine.
Just because something is recast, I feel like people take their personal feelings too much, and they throw it onto the actor. They're like this franchise, Fast and the Furious should stop because Paul Walker died. But you have to ask yourself, would Paul Walker would have wanted that to happen? Would Paul Walker would want all of those people who were getting, was getting work? I'm not talking about just the actors, like stagehands, key grips, people behind the scenes. Would Paul Walker want them to all lose their jobs because he passed away? I don't think so.
Viable, popular franchise. It's done well.
Yeah.
It'd be different if they went straight to the ground, I feel like.
Right.
But what you said, and I think a lot of people forget that a lot more people are employed by things than just these big names.
Right.
We love that, but there are average people that bust their ass on these things.
I try to tell people that it's never fair that you would assume stagehand deserves to not work anymore because the popular kid in school doesn't want to do the job. Whether they quit or whatever the situation is, that's not logical in my opinion. But I get it. I guess that's the price of fame. We always celebrity worshiping is something I don't I don't do that on this channel.
Yeah, it's one of those things people don't really think about. And I'm like, I always feel bad when production gets the plug pulled out of nowhere and stuff. I'm like, it's not the top name. It's my work. It's everybody that was working on that. I'm
glad to see that Ahsoka is going to get a season 2. I'm excited. I'm sorry that Ray Stevenson passed away. It was one of the best things I felt like he was on that show. But I am definitely looking forward to, and I'm glad that his character's story will continue on. Thank you guys for watching our video. I really do appreciate it. Remember, you can support our show by becoming a member or a Patreon. So click the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you'll never miss out on when we go live or post new content. Let's stay connected, grow this community together. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's keep talking.